Blessed is the man who turns his back on the counsel of the proud, who does not stand where mockers stand, or laugh along that crowd. He takes the old book to the porch when all the noise dies down, and what he reads goes in him like a creek goes underground. He shall be a tree planted by the water, down where the creek runs cold and near. The old root still goes down to the water, and his leaf comes green another year. Root down, root down. There's a chestnut on the ridge above the pasture gate that stands through 100 years of lightning and the leaving of men's hands. Nobody waters it in August, nobody wraps it in the cold. It just holds the mountain under it and does what it was told. He shall be a tree planted by the water, down where the creek runs cold and near. The old root still goes down to the water, and his leaf comes green another year. Root down, root down. You will never see the root work. That is not the way it grows. You will know it by the green in August. That is all a mountain knows. He shall be a tree planted by the water, down where the creek runs cold and near. The old root still goes down to the water, and his leaf comes green another year. Root down, root down. Whatever else gives way this year, whatever else comes loose, down where the water runs go root. I have lived through years of rain, forgot the corn came up like wire. The creek bed showed its bones by June, the pasture burned like fire. I hauled the well bucket up so slow it barely wet the pail, and I learned what a man is rooted in the year the rains all fail. Blessed is the man that trusts the Lord. His root goes out beside the stream. He will not fear the year of drought, for the old leaf still comes back green, green again, green again. The young trees in the bottomland went yellow in a week. The roots had never had to travel, they were planted by the creek. But the one that split the rock face had to send its taproot down, so it holds its leaf in August when the easy ones go brown. Blessed is the man that trusts the Lord. His root goes out beside the stream. He will not fear the year of drought, for the old leaf still comes back green, green again, green again. I would not trade one dry year for an easy row of rain. The dry is what went down in me and made the root remain. Blessed is the man that trusts the Lord. His root goes out beside the stream. He will not fear the year of drought, for the old leaf still comes back green, green again, green again. There is water under everything, deeper than the drought. Send it on down and drink. He did not say you are the garden. He did not say the ground. He said, I am the vine, you are the branches. That is how it comes down. A branch cannot make one drop of sap. It hangs there and receives, and the fruit that comes in season was decided in the leaves. I am the vine, you are the branches. Nothing grows apart from me. The old vine still holds up every branch. That is how it always has to be. Hold on. Hold on. There's an arbor by the smokehouse that the old one set with wire. The posts have rotted twice since then, and one went up in fire. But the vine came through both times, because the root was never touched, and the arms that hold the grapes up are the same ones that it clutched. Nothing grows apart from me. The old vine still holds up every branch. That is how it always has to be. Hold on. Hold on. He calls me friend and not a servant. That is his word and not mine. And a friend can lean his whole weight on the arm that holds the vine. I am the vine, you are the branches. Nothing grows apart from me. The old vine still holds up every branch. And that is how it always has to be. Hold on. Hold on. Not to strive and not to strain, only to stay where you were put, in the place you were grafted. Abide. As you have received him, so walk in him. They told us long ago. Rooted and built up and established, that is all a man need know. I have seen a lot of new things come and go across this hill. Every one of them was certain, and the certain ones went still. Rooted and built up in him, established as we have been taught. The old teaching still stands where it was set, and it has not moved, and it will not build up, build up. They have got a screen up front now where the old wood pulpit stood. And I am not the man to argue, and I reckon it is good. But I keep the same page open that my hands have always known, and the sill log of this cabin is still sitting on its stone. Rooted and built up in him, established as we have been taught. The old teaching still stands where it was set, and it has not moved, and it will not build up, built up. Thanksgiving is the water, and the root is where it goes, and a thankful man is hard to move. The deeper part of him just grows. Rooted and built up in him, established as we have been taught. The old teaching still stands where was set, and it has not moved, and it will not build up. Let the new roofs come and go above the same old stone. What was set in you hold. That He may dwell within your heart by faith and never leave. That you be rooted, that you be grounded deeper than you believe. There is height and depth and breadth in it you are never going to sound. So quit the sounding, friend, and let the thing just hold you down. Rooted and grounded in love, deeper than a man can mark. The old taproot still travels in the dark, and it does not need a lantern for the work. Down, go down. You will not feel it happen, and that is how it is designed. The years you thought were wasted were the years it went down blind. Under the frost line, under the shale, under where the plow goes through, it was making you the kind of tree the wind cannot undo. Rooted and grounded in love, deeper than a man can mark. The old taproot still travels in the dark, and it does not need a lantern for the work. Down, go down. Love that has to be explained is not the love that holds, the kind that keeps a man in place, goes deeper than he knows. Rooted and grounded in love, deeper than a man can mark. The old taproot still travels in the dark, and it does not need a lantern for the work. Down, go down. When the wind gets in the branches and the whole top starts to sway, trust the part you cannot see and ground. He gives beauty for the ashes and the oil of joy for grief. He gives praise to wear like clothing when a man is past belief. And He calls the ones He plants that way the trees of His own hand. Set out in rows along the burn to show what He has planned. Trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, set along the burnt over ground. The old ash heap still brings up a flower. That is how you know he has been around. Bloom, bloom again. I have walked a mountain the fire took when I was just a boy. Black stumps standing in the laurel where the green had been destroyed. Then the spring came up that burnt hill, and it did not ask my leave. There were flowers to the ridgeline out of everything that grieved. Trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, set along the burnt over ground. The old ash heap still brings up a flower. That is how you know he has been around. Bloom, bloom again. Do not haul the ashes off the ground before the season turns. That is where the lily takes its lime out of the thing that burns. Trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, set along the burnt over ground. The old ash heap still brings up a flower. That is how you know he has been around. Bloom, bloom again. Whatever the fire took from you, it never took the ground. In your own good season, bloom. The righteous man shall flourish like the palm tree in the sun. He shall grow up like a cedar when his growing has begun. And the ones that have been planted in the courts of God's own house are the ones you find still standing when the rest have all moved out. Planted in the house of the Lord, rooted where the singing has been. The old churchyard cedar still is green every year that I have ever seen. Green, still green. There's a cedar by the church door that some men set in the ground before I was ever born or ever heard that steeple sound. Now the most of them are sleeping in the rows beneath its shade, and it holds holds the whole churchyard together with the roots those men once laid. Planted in the house of the Lord, rooted where the singing has been. The old churchyard cedar still is green every year that I have ever seen. Green, still green. I have been in this one building since my legs were not this long. It has never made me famous, it has only made me strong. Planted in the house of the Lord, rooted where the singing has been. The old churchyard cedar still is green every year that I have ever seen. Green, still green. Set a man down where the praise is and then leave him 50 years. Watch that old wood flourish. Whoever hears these words of mine and goes and does them too is like a man that dug down deep to build the way you do. The rain came and the rivers rose and the wind came off the hill, and that house had not one timber move, it is standing on it still. Founded on the rock, dug down past the sand and loam, the old sill still rests on solid stone. And what is on the rock is coming home. Build, build it deep. The other man was not a fool, he only was in haste. He set his sills on river sand and called the digging waste. It stood as pretty as the first one all through that dry fall, but he had built on what moves, and what moves takes it all. Founded on the rock, dug down past the sand and loam, the old sill still rests on solid stone. And what is on the rock is coming home. Build, build it deep. The one who told that story was a carpenter by trade. He has knelt down in the footing ditch beside the man he made. Founded on the rock, dug down past the sand and loam, the old sill still rests on solid stone. And what is on the rock is coming home. Build, build it deep. Rain will come to every house that ever stood up on this ground. So go on down to the rock and build. Some fell on the path and the birds came. Some fell where the rock was near. Some came up among the briars, and the briars took the year. But the seed that fell on honest ground and got itself received brought forth fruit with patience. That is the part they never preach. On the good ground, in an honest heart, not the quick and not the loud. The old field still holds the seed it took, and it gives it back when it is allowed. Wait on it. Wait on it. It took me 30 years to see one thing I heard at 9, and nobody could have hurried it, no preacher and no sign. The word went in and laid there like a seed in winter clay. Then a spring came I did not order, and the thing came up that day. On the good ground, in an honest heart, not the quick and not the loud. The old field still holds the seed it took, and it gives it back when it is allowed. Wait on it. Wait on it. They want a harvest in a weekend, they want it in a night, but the ones that keep it in their heart are the ones that get it right. On the good ground, in an honest heart, not the quick and not the loud. The old field still holds the seed it took, and it gives it back when it is allowed. Wait on it. Wait on it. Cover it over, let it lie there where the light cannot get in. Give it the whole winter wait. So is the kingdom, said the Lord, as if a man should cast his seed into the ground one evening, then go home at last, and sleep and rise up night and day, and go about his own. And the seed springs up, he knows not how, he is never even shown. He knows not how, he knows not how. The earth brings up the blade alone. The old ground still works while I am sleeping, and the full corn ripens on its own. Sleep on, sleep on. He lay awake and counted rows against the price of grain. He got up once to watch the sky, wants to smell for rain. And all the hours he spent in worry, all the turning that he did, the seed was going on about its business where it hid. He knows not how, he knows not how, the earth brings up the blade alone. The old ground still works while I am sleeping, and the full corn ripens on its own. Sleep on, sleep on. Then the fruit is brought forth ready, and he puts the sickle in. It was never his to make it grow, it was only his to begin. He knows not how, he knows not how, the earth brings up the blade alone. The old ground still works while I'm sleeping, and the full corn ripens on its own. Sleep on, sleep on. Cast it out on the good dirt, let the dark have it a while, then go on home, sleep. Lord God planted eastward in a place called Eden then, and out of that same ground he made the trees come up for men. Good for food and pleasant to the eye, that is how it read. And the tree of life stood in the middle of that garden bed. He planted it himself with his own hand, before there was a road or town to know. The first thing that God ever did with dirt was plant, and the old orchard still keeps every road. Walk in it, walk in it. He walked there in the cool of day, the way a neighbor might, down the roads toward evening when the heat gives up the light. He was not a stranger to that ground, he knew each tree he set, and he has not quit the evening walk. We are the ones that are left. He planted it himself with his own hand, before there was a road or town to know. The first thing that God ever did with dirt was plant, and the old orchard still keeps every road. Walk in it, walk in it. Every garden since that morning is a copy of the first, And the hunger in the hoeing is the oldest kind of thirst. He planted it himself with his own hand, before there was a road or town to know. The first thing that God ever did with dirt was plant, and the old orchard still keeps every row. Walk in it, walk in it. He is out there in the cool of it, still calling down the road. Come on out where he is and walk. We will not hide them from the children, that is what the old song says. Show it to the generation coming after all our days, his strength and all the wonders and the works that he has done. I have got no land to leave them, but I have got this one. Tell the generation coming what the Lord has done for mine. Tell it plain and tell it true and tell it often, for the old telling still goes down the line. Tell it on. There's an old book on the kitchen table, spine about to break. Names wrote in the front and 3 kinds of ink, for memory's sake. Somebody prayed for me by name before I ever knew, and I am doing that same thing tonight for one of you. Tell the generation coming what the Lord has done for mine. Tell it plain and tell it true and tell it often, for the old telling still goes down the line. Tell it on. I was carried on somebody's knees before I could hold a cup. Now the carrying has come to me, and I am taking it up. Tell the generation coming what the Lord has done for mine. Tell it plain and tell it true and tell it often, for the old telling still goes down the line. Tell it on. Whatever else gets lost between the hollow and the road, do not lose this one thing. Tell it. vine out of Egypt, you cast the heathen out. You made room before it, and you caused it to take root. It filled the land, the hills were covered over with its shade. The cedars of the mountain went up under what you made. You brought the vine out, you put it in the ground. You broke the sod up with your own two hands. The old planting still remembers whose hand said it. Turn us again, and it will stand. Turn us again. Any man that moves a root ball knows the shock of what he has done. The leaves go limp, the color leaves, it looks like it is gone. But the roots are working underneath the way they always do. And the one that dug it up is the one who brings it through. You brought the vine out, you put it in the ground. You broke the sod up with your own two hands. The old planting still remembers whose hand said it. Turn us again, and it will stand. Turn us again. It has been a long haul from the brickyards. It has been a hungry road, but the one who did the carrying is not gonna drop the load. You brought the vine out, you put it in the ground. You broke the sod up with your own two hands. The old planting still remembers whose hand said it. Turn us again, and it will stand. Turn us again. We are farther from that country than the years can even count. Turn us again, and we return. I will be the dew, he tells us, in the driest year of all. He shall blossom as the lily, and his root shall hold the wall. His branches shall go out from him the way a cedar goes, and the smell of him will carry like the timber after snows. Cast forth his roots as the trees of Lebanon, spread out where there was only stone. The old dew still falls on the mountain lily, and nobody sees it fall but one. Spread out, spread out. Walk out early sometimes with the grass soaked to my shin. There is water on the whole hillside, no rain has ever been. comes down quiet in the dark on everything the same, and there is not a thing up here that ever had to earn its name. Cast forth his roots as the trees of Lebanon, spread out where there was only stone. The old dew still falls on the mountain lily, and nobody sees it fall but one. Spread out, spread out. Roots do not go out in a hurry. They go maybe an inch a year, but 50 years of quiet inches makes a shade that holds you here. Cast forth his roots as the trees of Lebanon, spread out where there was only stone. The old dew still falls on the mountain lily, and nobody sees it fall but one. Spread out, spread out. Take the dew you never earned, and take the ground you never bought. Now go on out and spread. There is hope, it says about a tree, if it be cut clean down, that the tender branch will come again up out of that same ground. Though the root wax old inside the earth, though the stalk die in the clay, through the sand of water it will bud and put out boughs like May. Through the sand of water it will bud, though the stalk has died and the top is gone. The old stump still smells the coming rain, and it puts out one green thing at dawn. Sprout, sprout again. My hands have quit the crosscuts, all my back has quit the road. There's a cane beside the door now that I said I would not know. I look like what is left over when the good timber is gone, but something in me is still green and is still coming on. Through the sin of water it will bud, though the stalk has died and the top is gone. The old stump still smells the coming rain, and it puts out one green thing at dawn. Sprout, sprout again. Do not read a man by his top. The top is what the years take. Read him by the wet down under, by the part that stays awake. Through the sand and water it will bud, Though the stalk has died and the top is gone, the old stump still smells the coming rain, and it puts out one green thing at dawn. Sprout, sprout again. There's water going by down there, closer than it seems. Catch the smell of it and sprout. There came a route out of the stem of Jesse, so it read. A branch grew from his roots the year they counted that house dead. The line was cut off level with the ground, the crown was gone. And what came up out of that stump is what we are standing on. A branch shall grow out of his roots where the axe had done its worst. The old stem still sends a green shoot up, and the last becomes the first. Spring up, spring up. I've cut a chestnut off at the ground and come back in the spring. 2 dozen shoots stood up around it, every one a living thing. The tree was never in the trunk, the tree was always down below, and the axe that took the top of it just told the root to grow. Shall grow out of his roots where the axe had done its worst. The old stem still sends a green shoot up, and the last becomes the first. Spring up, spring up. And they had every right, but the root was never in their books, and the branch came up at night. A branch shall grow out of his roots where the axe had done its worst. The old stem still sends a green shoot up, and the last becomes the first. Spring up, spring up. Count nobody finished while the root is in the ground. Out of the old stock, spring. If some of the branches were broken off and you were grafted in, do not boast against the branches, do not lift yourself again. For you do not bear the root, my friend, the root is bearing you. And that is worth remembering the next time you come through. Grafted in, grafted in, cut and bound to another tree. The old stock still feeds a grafted limb, and it feeds the likes of me. Held on, held on. I have watched a man graft apples with a knife and strips of cloth. He cuts the wild one open and he sets the good wood in the notch. Then he wraps it up and waxes it and leaves it to the years. And you cannot tell by looking where the old wood disappears. Grafted in, grafted in, cut and bound to another tree. The old stock still feeds a grafted limb, and it feeds the likes of me. Held on, held on. I was not born into this. I was carried in and set, and the tree has never once brought up the way that we first met. Grafted in, grafted in, cut and bound to another tree. The old stock still feeds a grafted limb, and it feeds the likes of me. Held on, held on. Wildwood taken off the ridge and bound into the good. This is where I belong. To him that overcometh, that is all he asks of me, just to last the winter out and keep on holding to the tree. And he gives him of the tree of life that grows in that first ground. The garden that we lost back there's where the road comes round. To eat of the tree of life in the paradise of God. The old garden still stands at the end of the road, and the gate on it is broad. Come on home, come on home. I've got more people over there now than I have got down here. The rows out on the hillside have been filling every year. My mother and my father and the men that taught me how. They are standing in that garden, and I am not afraid of it now. To eat of the tree of life in the paradise of God. The old garden still stands at the end of the road, and the gate on it is broad. Come on home, come on home. It was not a house he promised first, it was ground and it was green. The first page and the last page of the book are both the garden scene. To eat of the tree of life in the paradise of God. The old garden still stands at the end of the road, and the gate on it is broad. Come on home, come on home. The planting and the harvest and the long walk in between, when he calls you down that road, come